Hi, hurricane prep today. First thing we did was secure our lines and our helm, and we're hoping that all of this extra cordage is going to keep this in place and keep our instruments dry. And we have secured the lines in about 60 knots. And now we're taking off the helm enclosure so that it doesn't get all ripped and blow away.
So we got a ton of work to do today. Obviously tying up the boat to the dock itself. That'll kind of be the last thing we do. Probably going to set an anchor out as well into the marina fairway there. We don't have a concrete post that holds our finger pier on the dock, so that's a little concerning for us. If you look down the way there, you can see where there's a concrete post. So this finger pier is kind of cantilevered out here between us and the boat beside us. Of course, it could break away. So we're going to try to take an anchor out here in the middle of the fairway and see if we can at least tighten that up a little bit, and hopefully if the wind comes from the westerly or northwesterly direction, which we think it will, that's going to come onto the starboard side of the boat, push it over towards the marina wall, so maybe that anchor will help pull us out there. Obviously anything that's loose, anything that's out, coolers, dock lines, cushions, anything at all that can blow has to be put away and secured. Of course, we have our dinghy sitting on the back, and the marina is probably going to be kind enough to lift it for us and put it in their dry stack. So hopefully we'll get that thing off of the back of the boat, and that'll be safe and in a dry stack, as safe as a dry stack can be. So
Coming through the curtain.
We'll touch base later as we continue our prep day. It was the strongest hurricane in modern history to hit the Bahamas.
Since what year?
In modern history.
What year is that?
Well, I don't know. Since recording, I suppose.
Yeah, probably late 1800s.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
So it's a doozy. It is going to be what we hope is about 30-40 miles offshore of here, which will give us, 50 to possibly 70 mile an hour winds. We think we can certainly handle that, but you never know. See you shortly.
Steven, you want to explain what you're doing here?
Okay, so we took care of everything around the bottom of the mast and the sail. You'll see that in a moment. And now we're tying off as best we can the helm cover. This is a awesome wind catcher, because if you turn around and look at that boat behind you, and you can see, tell them about that.
Yeah, you can see how the wind is gonna whip right under there. We're expecting 70 mile per hour winds, and we want to make sure we don't lose it. It's a pretty valuable asset, and certainly don't want to wait for a replacement once the hurricane's over. This is what we did with the sail bag and super heavy rope on the wraps, and we are expecting this to hold the sail bag in place, hold the sail in place. It's heavy as anything anyway, but obviously it needs some extra support during these high winds.
So back to this helm cover. We're going to tie a line over the top of it, down to the helm chair, to the step ladders on the side of the helm, back over one more wrap. But there was a chafing point here, so we're just putting some cloth around the line to hopefully prevent a little bit of chafing that could occur as well. But that should hopefully hold this wind vane down in the event of that big wind.
Here's the plan. We have to go anchor our boat out in the middle of the fairway a little bit here. And
Jim's going to throw it in, and if he doesn't let go, he goes with it. And if it's tied on to the dinky goes down too, so we're gonna see.
Oh, okay. And then if the dinky goes down, guess who else goes down?
That thing probably hasn't been pulled out of the boat ever.
Really?
Move it all?
Well, it does, yeah, but you want to lube it probably at some point.
I'm either going to
Here they go.
put it out here. You know, what I'm doing is, I think if it flows, it's gonna flow that way instead of flow back. Flow in, take it off.
Anchors away. That's a long ways away from our boat, so we hope it's going to help hold us, and hope nobody decides to go out and run over our anchor line. Here they come back, and we're going to tie the line off. Once that anchor grabs, hopefully it'll grab. Gonna tie that line off and string it through a couple of key weight points and hope for the best. And thanks very much to Jim from the JIMKAT, another 48 Leopard that is docked right behind us, for his assistance, because Captain Stephen has 2 broken ribs. As we prepare for the hurricane, it was just really great timing. Break ribs, hurricane comes along, just perfect.
They said don't tie anything to that crossbar.
Not the crossbar, middle point. This is please show. I'm talking about the bar.
I take it the anchor grabbed,
Yeah.
and you didn't run out of rope.
Yep, I'll put it to you this way. In the hurricane, it'll hold the dinghy.
Oh, good.
You should have that closed.
Okay, this is our neighboring boat, Miss Utah. Now, we're not sure if this is some medieval torture thing that she does to her husband.
You're not hanging these ones.
Well, I knew I'd get it. I was trying to see what distance I need. Here's Jim getting the JIMKAT ready over here. And that's an anchor right there now. That's a man's anchor.
Yeah.
And you're going to go put that out?
I was thinking put it out over there, yeah, and just kind of have it.
Yeah?
At least,
Like we did?
yeah, just an angle to keep the boat from.
Perfect. Yeah, that's an anchor there. Is it aluminum? I mean, you can lift
Yeah,
it?
it's aluminum, it's heavy, but its
Oh, wow.
purpose is the blade width, and the fact that I've got it on mud setting, I think it's an FX 125, and these will hold a 135-foot Coast Guard cutter.
Oh, wow.
So they're made for really. In fact, this anchor went through Irma,
Wow.
and that's how it got bent. So we'll hopefully not see it get loaded this time, but it's our backup.
Cool, thanks. Kathy, show your face. So we have buttoned up everything that we think we should for preparation of the hurricane. Of course, you can never do enough, and a lot of it you're not obviously privy to how bad it's really going to be. So we buttoned up everything that we could. You can see we took all the curtains down, of course, from the bridge. Oh, that bridge light's on too. We got to turn that off. We actually tied the bridge down as well. Tied it down to anything that was solid down here below. It is, as we said before, a wind surface, so we tied it down so that it won't blow off and become a projectile. We also did a really good job of tying up all of our lines. So all the sheets from the sails, the halyards, everything, we tied up as tight as we could, and so they don't whip around, beat up the boat, break things on the boat, etc. The helm cover was a part of the isinglass too, but we secured it down, so we think we got the helm in good shape here. Yeah, dude, turn that light off too. All right, so move along. Obviously, double lined everywhere. Double lined from the docks up to any of the cleats on the boat. The fenders, extra fenders hanging out. The best we could do on those. I'm afraid some of those may be flattened. I did put one more there that we kind of nailed down to the dock. and all of our double lines as well here for spring lines and bow lines.
We're so tired. We look tired. Yeah, we're tired. We're tired. One of the other things that we did is we tied our boat to the pedestrian walk because our floating dock does not have a cement post, and so we got permission to put 3 lines across our boat to secure it a little better. Never know which way your boat's gonna go. It's gonna go left, it's gonna go right, starboard, port, whatever. Hurricanes are crazy, so we think we're ready. Okay, hey, raining's coming, hurricane's coming, it's raining. Our boat's ready, but we are gonna go to Charlotte if we can get out of here. Flooding's starting already. It's evacuation time, mandatory evacuation, so we're out of here. Here we are going west on the eastbound 26. We are flying. I guess nobody else is evacuating tonight. Or they already did. I don't know, but this is the fastest we've ever been able to go on this road, so it's awesome.
I'm telling we got all the lanes changed. So all I-26, all lanes are outbound only. You cannot come back into Charleston. Once you hit this outbound lane, you're stuck. You're going out.
No matter what. One way.